Hey guys, how are you today? I hope that you are having a good week. I am doing pretty well. Not quite as good as I could be doing. I don't know, can you tell why maybe I wouldn't be doing as great as normal? Yeah, I have an owie on my finger and I'm wearing a Band-Aid. That's one way that you can probably tell that it hurts, because you can see that I have an owie. Have you guys had any owies this week? Any of you gotten hurt anywhere? Anybody wearing any Band-Aids? Last Sunday I saw a little boy, he had a cast from his ankle all the way up to his hips. I think that he had an owie. And I saw another girl who had scabs on her knees. I think she had some owies too. It's easy to tell sometimes when people have owies and they're hurt. Are there times that it's hard to tell when somebody is hurt? Maybe sometimes when people are hurt inside? Well, we moved to Sioux Falls the summer before my son Patrick went into 2nd grade. And he was so excited to start school so that he could meet some new friends, because there weren't any boys that lived in our neighborhood. And the first day he came home from school and everything seemed fine until I went to go and tuck him into bed that night. And when I leaned over and talked to him about his day, all of a sudden there was this tear that started trickling down his cheek. And I could tell that something was wrong and that he was hurting inside. And it turns out that he had had a pretty good day at school, but when it came to recess time, all the kids were so excited to see all their old friends that they forgot about Patrick. And he had even gone to ask some kids if he could play soccer with them, and they told him no. And it made him sad, and it made him feel rejected. And that doesn't feel very good. Have you ever felt rejected before? I bet most of us probably have. Even sometimes some famous people have been rejected. Have any of you guys ever heard of Michael Jordan? He's like a really famous basketball player, but when he was a kid, his coach told him that he wasn't any good, and he rejected him from the team. He said, no way. And he turned out to be one of the best basketball players ever. And did you know that once upon a time, Jesus was even rejected when he lived here on earth? Yeah. People didn't want him around telling his stories to them. So he experienced what it was like to be rejected. Our world friends today are learning all sorts of things about rejection. Let's watch to see what they're up to today.
Pipe cleaners, please.
Hey, we're all gonna play piñata kickball after Sunday school. Wanna come?
What is piñata kickball?
It's only the greatest game ever. It's kickball with piñatas. And checkers.
That sounds really dangerous.
It totally is. See you there.
Aw, that sounds awesome! I can't wait to try it!
Otto, we can't play piñata kickball. We're supposed to be watching Todd after Sunday school.
So we'll bring her with us!
She's 3.
That's our excuse for everything.
Oh, you guys made it.
Wouldn't miss it!
Hi.
Oh, you can't play.
Why not?
Clearly, you have never played piñata kickball.
It's okay. I landed on my face.
Play.
No, Tot. You're too little to play. You stay here and watch.
Oh, Todd can play. I was talking about you.
Me?
Yeah, you're terrible at regular kickball. Throwing a blindfold, checkers, and badminton rackets? It'd be a disaster.
He has a point.
But...
Come on, Ada. You're up.
But...
Hey, Tot! Come on! You're pitching!
Bye-bye.
All right, here we go, guys. All right,
Mary's
watching that run. All right, we
But-
Get out of the net! Get out of the net! Get out of the net! All right, turn to the left. Turn to the left. You're blindfolded.
Clara! there?
Nothing?
Let me guess. They wouldn't let you play either.
Oh, yeah, no, they totally rejected me. But it's understandable since I'm terrified of checkers.
Doesn't it make you sad?
Yeah, but then I remembered what Pastor Donna said, that even Jesus was rejected by people.
Wait, Jesus? But Jesus is so awesome! How could anyone reject him?
I don't know. It's in the Bible. Is this a test? I didn't study for a test!
So even Jesus knew what it's like to be rejected. Well, that helps. Still hurts, but it helps. Thanks, Clara. You want to play a different game?
I'm not here.
Piñata kickball. Who has ever heard of piñata kickball? Especially when you have to have like checkers with it. That seems like a pretty impossible game to play. But poor Otto and Clara, they weren't invited to play piñata kickball with everybody else. And I think that that made them feel very sad. Have you ever felt left out or rejected? Most people have at some point in time. The World Kids said that even Jesus was rejected. People didn't want to hear what he had to say. The Bible says that at one point in time, Jesus went to his hometown and people there rejected him. And so he went out and he ministered to people, but he didn't go back to his own hometown for a very long time. I bet that must have made Jesus feel pretty sad. Well, today our Bible story is called Whose Vineyard Is It? Let's read it and see what Jesus has to say. It's from Matthew chapter 21, verses 33 through 46. Many people wanted to listen to Jesus. They believed he was a prophet who shared important messages from God. Jesus told stories called parables that were about everyday people, places, and things. Parables help people understand God's messages. Parables were about things like farmers, seeds, families, and vineyards. Lots of vineyards. Many people loved Jesus' parables, but the Pharisees did not. Sometimes the Pharisees worried that Jesus' parables were about them. Here is one of the parables Jesus told. A vineyard owner rented his land to tenants who lived there and grew the grapes. When harvest time came, he wanted to collect the rent from his tenants. 2 times the owner sent messages to collect his money. 2 times they told the tenants, "Give us the owner's money." "No," the tenants yelled. "We want to keep all the money. We did all the work." 2 times the tenants hurt the messengers and chased them away. "Why did my tenants hurt my messengers?" the owner wondered. "This time I'll send my son. Because he's important to me, they will listen." The son hurried to the vineyard. The workers were so angry, they killed the son. The Pharisees are like the workers, Jesus said. My Father sent me for the world. But the Pharisees think the world belongs to them. They will want to hurt me, God's Son. The Pharisees looked around nervously. Now they knew Jesus was talking about them. Who did the vineyard owners send to collect his money? First, he sent some messengers and some workers, and they rejected them, and then he sent his son. So after all of that and the son had died, how do you think the vineyard owner felt? I bet he was very sad and very disappointed. Why do you think that Jesus told stories about farmers and vineyards? I think because he liked to tell stories that people understood and could relate to, and then you could understand the meaning of the story better. Sometimes it's easier to hear what Jesus is saying when it's in a story. After hearing this story, the Pharisees knew that Jesus was trying to tell them that God is the owner of the vineyard. God owns the world, and Jesus is his son. God doesn't want us to leave anyone out or to reject anyone. This week, let's see if we can be good friends and invite somebody who is lonely to join in the fun. Okay, moms and dads, now it's your turn to work on the leaflets. This week, the leaflets are called Rejection in the Vineyard. I hope that you enjoy your time together and have a good week. We'll see you again soon.